Hi everyone and welcome. In the previous video we have covered the Orange Pi 4a complete setup guide, okay? How to flash Ubuntu Jammy XFCE desktop environment Linux onto the SD card, how you can connect your Orange Pi 4a board with the Wi-Fi, how you can enable SSH access, and how you can visualize the XFCE desktop environment using HDMI cable and this HDMI video capture card. Okay, and in the previous video we have not covered the USB debugging because it was not necessary when you have this kind of stuff. Okay, if you have HDMI to HDMI cable and HDMI video capture card, then you don't require this USB to TTL converter to configure your Orange Pi 4a board. Okay, now in this video what we will do is, instead of Ubuntu Jammy XFCE desktop environment, we are going to flash Ubuntu Jammy Gnome desktop Linux onto the SD card, and then we will connect our Orange Pi 4a board with the Wi-Fi, and then we will enable the SSH access. Okay, so let's see how you can do that. And if you want to download the Ubuntu Jammy Gnome desktop Linux, then here I have provided the link, so you can just right click, open that in the new tab, and here you can see Ubuntu Jammy desktop Gnome Linux version 5.15, which I have already downloaded. So let me show you that. So GitHub, embedded devices, Orange Pi, operating system 4a, Ubuntu, and here you can see Ubuntu Jammy desktop Gnome Linux. Okay, and I have downloaded the zip file, and here I have extracted it, and here is the main file, which is .image file. Now we have to flash this image onto our SD card, and then we can plug the SD card on the back side of the Orange Pi 4a board. Okay, and then we'll connect this HDMI cable on the back side of this video capture card, and we'll plug this USB to our system to get the HDMI output into our system. Okay, so first we'll plug this card here. Okay, and then we'll plug it into our system for the operating system flash. Okay, so we'll press OK here, and we'll open the SD card formatter tool to format the SD card first. Okay, F drive and format. Yes. Okay, so we have successfully formatted the SD card. We can close it and we can open the Balena Etcher software. And we will select flash from file to flash the operating system from the image file, and we want to flash the GNOME desktop Linux. Okay, so we'll open this folder, we'll select this image file, and here it is already selected our SD card, so we will just click on the flash and it will start flashing that Orange Pi 4a image to our SD card. And once the flashing is done, validation is done, we can remove the SD card from our system. We can plug the SD card on the back side of this board, and we can boot up this board and we can connect with this board. Okay, so let's wait until this flashing and validation is done. Okay, so we have successfully flashed the operating system onto our SD card. Now we can close the Balena Etcher software, okay, and we can remove the SD card from our system. Now we can plug the SD card on the back side of Orange Pi 4a board. Okay, that's it. Now we can connect the second end of this HDMI cable to this HDMI video capture card. and we can plug that into our system. Okay, now it's time to start the Orange Pi 4A board. I have connected this wireless mouse, okay, with this Orange Pi 4A board, and I have connected this keyboard to provide the password in case if required. So now let's start the board. So we have started the board. You can see the LED. Now we will switch this Camo Studio Pro to the HDMI video capture card. So instead of my cell phone, I'm going to connect the HDMI video capture card. Okay, and here you can see Orange Pi initializing bootloader. So this is the straight feed from our Orange Pi 4A board. Okay, so whatever happening inside the Orange Pi 4A board, you can see that here. Okay, so here you can see our OS is successfully loaded. Okay, now I can operate this operating system running inside my Orange Pi 4A board. Okay, and we can connect with the Wi-Fi as well. Okay, here it is the option Wi-Fi not connected. I'm going to select my home network, Capgemini 4G. Okay, and we'll press on connect button, and I'm going to use my keyboard to provide the password. Okay, Capgemini 4G, you can see the Wi-Fi is connected. I can open the terminal. Okay, open the terminal, and we'll update the later. So ask me later, and I'm going to run ifconfig command. Okay, ifconfig, and here you can see the IP address 192.168.1.8. So we have got the IP address of our Orange Pi 4A board. Now once you got the IP address of your Orange Pi 4A board, you can directly connect with your board using SSH. So I can just open the command prompt in my system. I can type SSH root @ 192.168.1.8. I know we are going to get this error because I have already connected with this board previously using the same IP address. Okay, so we have to delete the SSH entries. So let us delete the SSH entry first. Okay, now we can run the same command and we'll type yes, and here we will provide the password, which is Orange Pi. Okay, and we are successfully connected in the terminal of Orange Pi 4A board. Okay, now I can access the desktop from Camo Studio Pro software. Okay, and if I want to run any another command, or if I want to access it parallelly, then I can use the SSH as well to connect with my Orange Pi 4A board. So I hope this is clear that how you can flash Ubuntu Jammy Gnome desktop Linux onto the SD card, how you can plug your SD card in the Orange Pi 4A board, and then how you can access the desktop environment of your Orange Pi 4A board in your laptop or in your desktop system using HDMI cable, HDMI video capture card, and Camo Studio Pro software. Okay, so here you can see our phone camera. Okay, so SD card is in the back side of this Orange Pi 4A board. I have used HDMI to HDMI cable, and I have used HDMI video capture card, which I have shown previously, to get the output feed from this HDMI. Okay, and using this method you don't require this USB to TTL converter. Okay, without this USB to TTL converter you can set up your Orange Pi 4A board, and I have connected the keyboard to provide the password or to provide the keyboard inputs, and I have connected this wireless mouse to access the desktop environment. Okay, so I hope everything is clear that how to access your Orange Pi 4A board even without any screen. Okay, so if you don't have any dedicated screen for your Orange Pi 4A board, then also you can check the desktop output in your system. So let's meet in the future videos, and if you have any question or any doubt in this video, then you can always ping me on Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp, anywhere, Also, you can comment on this video. Also, you can send me a mail. Also, you can chat with me on LinkedIn. So we haven't covered the USB debugging and configuration because using this method, we don't require USB debugging. We can directly connect our Orange Pi 4A board with the Wi-Fi using the desktop environment, okay? And once we connect with the Wi-Fi, we can use that IP address to get the SSH access. So USB debugging is not required, although you can do the USB debugging, okay? So if you don't have any screen, or if you don't have this HDMI to HDMI cable, okay? So if you don't have this HDMI to HDMI cable, then you can use this USB to TTL converter. You can connect this USB to TTL converter to this debug ports, okay, and then you can set up this board. So that is also possible, and how to do that we have already covered in this video, okay, when we have set up the server Linux in the Orange Pi 4A board. So I hope everything is clear, and if you still have any question or any doubt, then you know where to ask. Otherwise, let's meet in the future videos, okay? Till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you.